Hello, my beautiful Cancers. Welcome to the Cancerian House of Tarot. I am Amy, and I am going to be doing your weekly energy check-in. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. My beautiful Cancers, I am going to go ahead and pull all of your cards, and then we will jump into your reading after that. If you would like, you can skip this part. Thank you. All right, my beautiful spiritual team, let's take a look at Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Looking at Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2025. It is meant to be a timeless reading. What does Cancer most need to hear for their highest vibration and highest good? Best messages, advice, and guidance for the Cancerian Collective, please. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and pull this Celtic cross. All right, in the heart of the matters, we have the Seven of Cups being crossed by the Moon. And the root of the problem, we have the Knight of Swords. Recent past energy, we have the Two of Pentacles. Crowning, we have the Ten of Wands. Future energy moving in, we do have Temperance. Cancer, you are showing up as the Five of Cups energy. Outside influences, we have the Page of Pentacles. And hopes and fears, we have the Hermit. And possible outcome, future energy moving in, we do have the beautiful Six of Cups. All right. Overall energy for this reading, we have the Chariot. You're showing up in your own reading. And the hidden energy, we have the Ace of Wands with Justice at the bottom of the deck. All right, Cancer. I like how those are looking for you. Let's go ahead and pull some romance angels. All right, my beautiful spiritual team. What do we got for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. When it comes to love and relationships, as well as personal relationships. Love, romance, and personal relationships for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. Let's see what we got going on, Cancer. We have, it is safe for you to love. We have flirt, and we have healing family issues. We have traction at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see what's not being said or what's being said in the silence, Cancer. This is going to be the person that is most connected to your energy at this time. Person most on your mind, or some situation that you've been questioning. All right, what do we have from Cancer's person, please? What is most on their mind? All right, Cancer, we have, I replay our conversations over and over. We have, it was my fault, but I blamed you. And we both know I'm not the one for you. And I feel like there's one more here. Yes, someone's getting, I wish I could share my good news with you. Bottom of the deck, I know that I crossed the line with you. So somebody is regretting something, Cancer. All right, let's see the energy that is most showing up for my Cancerians at this time. Or what energies are most at play? See what energies are most at play for Cancer. Well, these do not want to shuffle well. That one wants to come out immediately. We got Taurus energy. Some of you may be connecting with a Taurus. We have Libra energy. We have Cancerian energy. So Cancer, you're showing up yet again in your reading. And I feel like there's one more. We have the Moon energy. All right, Neptune at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's get in Angels and Ancestors card here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. What is the best message, advice, and guidance we have for our Cancerian family? The Cancerian family and collective, what do we have? Thank you, Spirit. We have Stargazer. One more for Cancer, please. Thank you. And we have Mirror Guardian. And now we're going to pull just a couple Divine Doors for Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? Thank you. We have Hummingbird Song. What else do we have for Cancer? We have Walkabout. Oh, thank you. We have Secret Sketches. Thank you. And we have Trust the Universe. All right, and now we're going to pull the last of your oracle cards, and that is going to be from the Spiritual Jukebox. What do we have for Cancer? Thank you. We have Back for Good. Take that. What else do we have for Cancer? I'm Yours. Jason Mars. We have Mirrors. Justin Timberlake. Without Me, Halsey. All right. And we have Listen to Your Heart by Roxette and I Still Believe in You, Vince Gill. All right, guys, that is the end of your card pull. Now I will clear these up and we'll get started into your reading. Thank you.
Now that all of your cards have been pulled, Cancer, let's dive into your reading. We're going to explore love, life, career, healing, and spiritual guidance. These messages are channeled with care, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's drop into your heart and see what Spirit has for you. All right, my beautiful Cancers, let's take a look at the heart of the matter. We have the Seven of Cups, and it comes in when emotional confusion or energetic overwhelm is present. It shows up when the heart is pulling in multiple directions. Old dreams versus new opportunities, fantasy versus reality, desire versus fear. The message here is you don't have to make the perfect decision or choice, Cancer. You just have to choose from your truth and not your wounds. The moon is crossing it, and the moon shows up as a very Cancerian challenge. A deep intuition clouded by fear, projection, or illusion. The moon crossing the Seven of Cups intensifies emotional fog, revealing that something is hidden beneath the surface, either in your environment or in yourself. The message here, Cancer, your intuition is speaking, but so is your fear. Discernment doesn't come from thinking harder. It comes from softening to your body and asking what feels safe and clear inside my chest. Cancer, you're standing in a sea of choices and clarity, and it feels just out of reach. The Seven of Cups says your heart wants something real, but your mind is clouded by illusions or even indecision. The moon only adds to the confusion. Spirit says, don't rush. The answers you're looking for are beneath the surface. Now would be a good time to take a step back and examine what old baggage or fears are clouding your judgment. So Cancer, that is kind of at the heart of what is going on with you this week. And now we're going to look at the root or foundation. And we are getting the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is the root of all this emotion. It is a restless mental energy rushing ahead, needing answers, trying to fix or figure out the path. The Knight of Swords here may reflect an anxious urgency under the surface, or a desire to escape discomfort with or through action. The message here, Cancer, is you don't have to outrun this feeling. Slow your thoughts so your soul can catch up. Cancer, you've been craving truth, ready to charge ahead, make a decision, get unstuck. But this fast-moving energy may be clashing with emotional uncertainty. There's a part of you that wants action and another that knows you're still healing. All right, so let's now take a look at your recent past energy. And we're getting the Two of Pentacles. And the Two comes in when you have been juggling multiple responsibilities or emotional priorities, trying to keep everything afloat. In the recent past, Cancer, you may have been carrying family, work, and emotional demands without giving themselves space to recalibrate. The message here, Cancer, is you have been doing too much with too little rest. Spirit sees the weight you have been balancing, and it's time to let one thing go. Cancer, you've been trying to stay balanced. Yes, you've been juggling responsibilities, emotions, maybe even people, romantic or otherwise. Spirit is acknowledging the weight you've been carrying. You've done your best to hold it all, but something needs to give. And Spirit really wants you to understand that it's okay to put one thing down. Maybe not permanently, but for now. All right, so crowning energy, crowning this reading is the Ten of Wands. And that is burnout, heavy expectations. Cancer, you are aware of how much you've been carrying, but you may not feel like you have permission to stop. There may be a belief that unless everything is handled, you cannot rest, receive, or feel safe. The message here is you're not here to carry the world. Clear your heart, lay it down. You're allowed to rest, even when the work isn't finished. Cancer, the Ten of Wands confirms you have taken it on way too much. Whether it's emotional burdens, caregiving, or keeping peace for everyone else, your soul is tired. This card is asking, what are you still carrying that no longer belongs to you? And then it urges you to release it. All right, so let's see the future energy. Coming in as healing and divine recalibration is the beautiful Temperance card, Sagittarian energy. Temperance, which steps in to answer to the chaos of the first half of the spread. This is the week to return to balance, grace, spiritual alignment, and gentle integration. Cancer, you are learning to alchemize pain, not avoid it. The message here is you are being guided back to yourself. Slowly, softly, in sacred timing. Be patient. The peace is already on its way. Cancer, remember, healing is coming. Balance is being restored. Temperance brings patience, divine timing, and emotional integration. A reconciliation within you or with someone else is possible, but only if you stop forcing and you start flowing. So let's take a look at how you're being seen at this time, Cancer. You're coming in as the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups comes in when there is sadness, withdrawal, or emotional heaviness in your energy, my dear Cancers. This week there may be grief over the past. This may show up as regret or even isolation. Know that others are noticing your energies, even if it's not being expressed out loud for either you, Cancer, or the people closest to you. The message here is not everyone can see how much you have lost or how deep your water runs, but you are not invisible, especially to spirit or to those who truly matter. Cancer, remember this about the Five of Cups this week. To others, you may look like you're grieving something or someone. There's sadness in your energy, even if you're trying to hide it. Someone sees your sorrows and they wish they could fix it. Let's take a look now at the outside influences. We've got the Page of Pentacles. There is a brand new beginning or opportunity around you, but it may feel small, uncertain, or not fully ready yet. Someone may be trying to offer you something stable, but they are still learning themselves. This could also be a financial or practical doorway opening. The message here, Cancer, is look for the seed, not for the tree. There is something real here, but it's still in its early growth. Cancer, as you move through the week, remember, a new opportunity is slowly forming. This could be emotional or material. Someone may want to start fresh with you, offer a small message or gesture, and Spirit says to keep your heart open, even if it feels vulnerable. All right, let's move now into the hopes and fears, and we have the Hermit. The Hermit comes in when you both crave and fear solitude right now. There is a desire to go within and retreat from the noise, but also a fear that the isolation will last too long or that clarity will elude you. Cancer, the message here is clear. Solitude is not abandonment. This inward path is sacred. You are not lost. You are being lit from within. Cancer, you hope to find peace and deeper understanding, but you fear isolation. You've been doing a lot of inner work, but you've been wondering, will this lead to connection or just more loneliness? Spirit says healing happens in quiet, but love still finds you there. All right, my beautiful Cancers, let's look at your possible outcome here. So this outcome brings soulful reconnection, emotional healing, and gentle nostalgia in the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups energy. This could be a reconnection from someone from the past or a healing of the inner child. Regardless of how it shows up, it's a return to the part of you that felt innocent, joyful, or safe before life got heavy. The message here, my beautiful water babies, is something soft is returning. Whether it's a memory, a person, or a forgotten dream, Spirit is restoring something beautiful within you. Cancer, as we conclude your tarot portion of this reading, remember with the Six of Cups as your outcome, there could be a soul connection from the past resurfacing. Whether energetically or even physically, this is a nostalgic return. There may be a second chance, a conversation, or even just an emotional release that's bringing peace. Not all returns are reconciliations, but all of them carry meaning. All right, guys, let's look at your overall energy and your hidden factors. All right, so overall energy of this reading and within you, Cancer, is your own energy, the Chariot. This signals a return to your power, not through force, but through spiritual alignment. This Chariot shows you have everything you need to move forward, but you must harness both emotion and will with care. The message with this card is let your heart and your higher self lead together. You are not the passenger anymore. You are the driver of your own destiny. The hidden reading energy of this reading and within you, Cancer, is the beautiful Ace of Wands. It comes in to say beneath it all is a spark ready to ignite. This could be passion, purpose, creative desire, or spiritual momentum that's just waiting for emotional space to burn bright again. The message for you, Cancer, is Your spark is not gone. It's just waiting for air. Clear what is heavy and you will feel it flicker again. The combined energies say, you're being propelled forward. Your soul is ready to move. You've been stuck in the emotional past, but now Spirit says the passion is returning. The Ace of Wands in your hidden energies is a spark being relit. Trust it. All right, I love that tarot reading for you guys. I feel like it was really powerful for my Cancers this week. And now we are going to move in to the oracle portion of your reading, Cancer. And where you've got 3 romance angels, which is where we're going to start, we have, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. We got flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And we have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So let's tune in to each of these cards. We'll start with, it is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to love. This card appears when the heart has been wounded, closed off or overly guarded due to past pain, betrayal, abandonment, or emotional neglect, often from childhood or a previous relationship. Spirit is gently affirming that love is not the enemy, but the vessel for healing. At this time, you may need to or are actively working towards releasing fear of vulnerability, healing from emotional trauma, learning discernment without shutting down, receptivity to divine or soul level love, or restoring trust in yourself and in others and in spirit. This card also goes to acknowledge that you have experienced relationships, romantic or otherwise, that made you question whether love is worth the risk. Walls may have been built, patterns of emotional avoidance, control, or hyper-independence may be at play. But Spirit says you don't have to protect yourself from the very thing your soul is craving. It is safe for you to open to love. All right, and let's look at the message that comes with flirt. Spirit says love doesn't have to feel heavy. It can be light, fun, and healing. Let joy in. This is an energy all about staying present in the moment and not thinking about all the past hurts or failed relationships that you have experienced, or get caught up worrying about what could go wrong in the future. It is all about staying in light-hearted energy and in the present moment. All right. And healing family issues. It really speaks to childhood wounds or ancestral patterns may be the root of your guarded heart. Parental dynamics may be playing out in your love life. The more shadow work you do in this situation, in these areas, the more open you become to honest and true love within yourself and from others. In conclusion, Cancer, your angels are gently holding your heart this week. They know you have been hurt, maybe more than once, but these cards are Spirit's way of saying love itself was never the enemy. What you experienced wasn't real love. It was fear wearing its mask. This time, the energy is different. This time, it's safe to open again. Not blindly, but bravely. Let yourself flirt with life again. Love doesn't have to have hurt to be real. I really love that message, Cancer. All right, let's take a look at the hidden oracle and see what is being said or not said in the silence. So we got 4 cards. We have, I replay our conversations over and over. We both know I'm not the one for you. It was my fault, but I blamed you. And I wish I could share my good news with you. So what I am gathering from this is someone is still energetically tied to you, Cancer. They're carrying guilt, nostalgia, and a longing to reconnect, at least for some, for closure. Whether they return or not, their heart still speaks to yours. And you may be feeling their energy, and maybe why some of you have this revisiting is what I'm hearing, revisiting for you at this time. All right, let's get into the Zodiac Oracle and see what Zodiac signs or energies are most showing up for you at this time, Cancer. So we have Taurus energy. We have Libra energy. We have your energy again showing up in this reading, Cancer. And then, of course, what would a Cancer reading be without the moon energy coming through your ruler? So I have to say, Cancer, this is like your stamp is all over this reading. So I know this is very soul level for a lot of my Cancers out there. Now, some of you may be connecting with a Taurus, with a Libra, with a fellow Cancer, or for some of you, even Pisces. But it does not necessarily have to do with that. When I pull these cards, I'm really looking at the energies and how they're playing out for you at this time. So let's kind of get into Taurus energy. Taurus energy whispers, slow down, beautiful soul. You're allowed to take time. This isn't about rushing to the finish line. It's about building something real. Spirit says you are worthy of peace, love, softness. But be honest. Are you holding on to something for comfort or because it's aligned? This card reminds you to come back to your values. What do you truly want? What roots are you ready to plant? And if you've been afraid to let go, Taurus energy reminds you safety isn't found in control. It's found in trust. So breathe deep, speak your truth, and know this. The love, the life, the stability you crave is already within you. All right, let's look at Libra energy. This comes in to say you don't have to carry the weight of keeping everyone balanced. Peace does not require self-abandonment. This card shows up when your heart wants harmony, but your soul is tired of sacrificing its truth. Spirit is asking, where are you people pleasing out of fear? Where are you silencing yourself to keep the peace? Libra energy reminds you real balance comes from you honoring both your compassion and your boundaries. You don't have to choose between being kind and being clear. You are allowed to speak your truth and still be loved. Justice, alignment, grace. Let that be your energy this week. All right, Cancer, let's take a look at your own energy coming in to say your heart is not a weakness. It is a compass. It leads you where logic never could. This card shows up when your soul is craving safety, emotional depth, and home, not just in a place, but in people. But Spirit asks, are you hiding behind your shell? Are you giving to others, but abandoning yourself? Cancer energy reminds you that you are not responsible for healing everyone, only for staying true to your own tides. Your sensitivity is sacred, your intuition is ancient, and your heart, it's the doorway, not the detour. I love that message, Cancer. It gave me cold chills. All right, let's look at the moon, our ruler. And it comes in to say, not everything makes sense right now, and that's okay. There is magic unfolding in the unseen. This card appears when emotions are high, clarity feels far, and your soul is whispering truths your mind isn't ready to speak. Spirit asks, can you sit with your feelings without rushing to fix them? Can you trust the tide even in the dark? The moon energy reminds you that your intuition knows what your eyes cannot see. Your path is still sacred even if it's not fully lit. So soften, feel it all, and trust the light will return. With all these energies combined, Cancer, you may be dealing with these signs or their energy themes: grounding, partnership, home, intuition. The moon confirms that emotional truths are rising. This is about feeling safe in your own skin again. So I am definitely sensing for a lot of my Cancers out there a theme this week really about healing and coming back into yourself. So a lot of you may have been feeling really just join it. There we go. Just join it. All right, let's look at the Ancestors and Angels deck. We got the Stargazer, and we got Mirror Guardian. So the Stargazer is a comic messenger who appears with your soul is ready to rise beyond limitation, beyond fear, beyond past pain, and beyond what you've come to expect from life or even yourself. This card reminds you that the universe is not limited by your current circumstances, and neither are you, Cancer. The Stargazer is whispering, don't just look up, rise up. You are not born to play small. This card appears when your soul is done shrinking, when you are ready to ask for more, trust more, believe more. Spirit is saying your dreams are not too much. They're not too late. You are not asking for the impossible. The universe responds to the vibration of your faith, not your fear. So dream again, speak it out loud, and set your sights not just higher, but truer. Powerful message. And then we have the Mirror Guardian. This card is your invitation to reflect, not react, to ask, what am I being shown about myself right now? The Mirror Guardian appears when Spirit wants you to witness your own truth, not who you became to survive. She gently reminds you your outer world mirrors your inner world. What you resist is a teacher. What you fear might just be your freedom. You're being held in sacred stillness, not because you're stuck, but because you're ready to see clearly. So breathe, reflect, and trust that this pause is protection and preparation. With these energies combined, Cancer, Spirit says expand your vision. Don't get stuck in the reflection of your past. You're being guided to dream bigger and to remember that the connections you attract are mirrors of your own healing. All right. We are almost through with this, my beautiful Cancers. Let's dive into the Divine Doors. And these are just little cheeky cards, but they have such powerful messages. So the first one we have is Hummingbird Song. And it says, nectar of sweetness and joy it brings. The hummingbird's healing, a medicine it sings. And this card comes when your soul is tired, when the joy has gone quiet. But the hummingbird says healing is already happening. It does not have to hurt to work. Sometimes it begins with one sweet moment of stillness. This is your invitation to rest, to feel the sun again, and to sip from the nectar of now. Spirit says it's okay to feel good again. You survived enough. Let yourself be soothed. So yes, Cancer, this is definitely deep soul level healing we're talking about. So next card we have Walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people, the earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons you find the will to survive. Walkabout. Spirit is inviting you on a sacred journey. You don't need all the answers right now, just the courage to take the next step. The walkabout is a soul journey, a time to unplug, go within, and remember who you were before the world told you who to be. This card is your permission to take a step away from noise, from pressure, from expectations, and reconnect with your truth. Spirit says the path doesn't come before the walk. The clarity comes while you move. Beautiful message. And then we have secret sketches. Not everything you create is meant to be shared, but everything you feel is meant to be honored. This card appears when something within you needs a voice, an emotion, a memory, a message, a truth you've been keeping tucked away. Spirit says, write it, sketch it, whisper it, even if it's messy, even if it's quiet. Your soul is speaking through your hands. And somewhere down the line, that secret sketch might just become someone else's healing. Wow. And then we have trust in the universe. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing's not yours, but the universe at play. So some of this has to do with divine timing. Maybe you've been praying for a sign, waiting for something to shift, wondering if your intuition got it wrong. But Spirit says you weren't wrong. You were just early. This card is a sacred pause, a reminder that divine timing is wiser than your will. And sometimes the waiting is part of the alignment. Let go, breathe. Don't chase the future. Hold space for it. Cancer, these combined messages are deep. You are on a soul walkabout, finding yourself again. Secret sketches legitimately flew from this deck twice. And I feel like that is really important. So if you have a moment, it doesn't matter if you are a, skilled artist or, rivaling that of a preschool age child. Draw, write, sing, create some type of art. It is going to be an outlet, a channeling from your soul. Spirit urgently reminding you, you're being led even when you don't understand why. Trust the universe, but most importantly, trust your heart. All right, guys. My favorite portion of the reading, Cancer, the spiritual jukebox. If you are returning, you already know. For my newbies, the spiritual jukebox is songs that were channeled from my guides to bring messages to you, the beautiful collective. Now, these can be songs that have significant meaning in your life. They connect it to a time, place, person. It is also very possible they are messages to you, from your higher self, your own guides and people in your life. I will give a rundown of each song message, but really pause and tune in to each card and go with the one that really speaks or pulls on your intuition. This could appear as a pulling sensation, cold chills, goosebumps, butterflies, tears, pricking the corner of your eyes, really any sudden physical sensation that is Spirit's way of saying, I am here and that is for you. Okay, guys, I am going to do these one at a time, so kind of bear with me. And I'm going to say this. Remember, these are channel messages, so we have songs that range from the 1950s to current day. I have no control truly over what my guides bring to me, and they have a bit of a sense of humor. So here we go. We have Back for Good by Take That. Someone is missing you more than they know. They didn't know how to love you then, but now they understand. This may not be about taking someone back, though. It's about coming back to what your heart still remembers. Forgive if you're ready, reopen if it's safe, reconnect if your soul still says yes. So if this is calling to you, be sure to really listen to the song and really listen to the lyrics and see what kind of comes up. Again, look for those physical reactions. All right, so next song we have is I'm Yours by Jason Mars. We're gonna go with Mars. I probably said that completely wrong. Spirit is showing you what it feels like to be loved without hesitation, without fear. Someone's heart is wide open, maybe even your own Cancer. This is your permission to stop resisting what's already aligned. No more holding back. If it feels true, say yes. I love that. All right. And then we have Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. Okay, Cancers, this one is a little heavy. I'm not going to lie to you. So, this is a soul bond that showed you everything, your strength, your fears, your hidden light. You were never just lovers. You were reflections. But the mirror only clears when the heart heals. Is it time to return or time to release? Either way, Spirit says the love was real, the lesson sacred, and the growth eternal. This is a twin flame message. You were never just someone I loved. You were me in another skin. What I couldn't love in myself, I tried to love in you. But we both changed, and the reflection is clear now. Even apart, I see you in everything. So, obviously not everyone has a twin flame counterpart. So not everyone is going to really feel this energy. So really, really pay attention to whether or not you're being pulled or if you're not with this one. That is definitely one of the most heaviest messages that came through. All right, so we have now Listen to Your Heart by Roxette. And this is a powerful message about emotional crossroads, a moment when the mind is full of doubt, but the heart already knows the answer. It calls on you to trust what your soul already feels, even if you cannot explain it. All right, so I Still Believe in You. It's a little bit country here from Ben Skill. This song holds energy of unwavering love, quiet remorse, and soul-deep devotion. It often comes through when someone still holds space in their heart for you. Even after time, distance, or mistakes, it's a gentle admission of regret, but also a promise. My heart never stopped believing in us. This message may reflect a sacred bond, soul bond, that endures logic. A reminder that even in silence or separation, love can remain true. Okay, there's my tears prickling, Cancer. Oh my. And then we have Without Me, Halsey, I cannot pronounce these names. This song carries raw energy of betrayal, emotional exhaustion, and reclaiming your power after being used, unappreciated, or emotionally abandoned. It surfaces when you're giving your heart to someone who did not value it. And now Spirit is helping you take back your energy. Healing begins when you stop rescuing someone who keeps sinking you. Wow. I think we've all been there before, or a lot of us have, especially Cancer. I love that. I love our energy. I love our sign, Zodiac sign, but we got to stop rescuing people that just want to drown us. All right, Cancers. These songs, wow, this is soul remembering. Some of you are navigating a return of a person or of your own self-love. These songs speak to regret, devotion, reflection, and the ache of missing what was, once was, but also the hope of what could be again. All right, Cancer. This week is about shedding emotional confusion, releasing what you can't control, and letting divine timing work its quiet magic. There is healing, love, and purpose on your path. You just have to stop carrying everybody else's weight and choose your. It's time to choose you. Over and over and over again. If this reading resonated, leave a crab or a Cancer sign in the comments and share what touched your heart. Also share where you're healing. Definitely would love to hear how these song messages really reached out to you. You are not lost. You are remembering who you are, Cancer. All right, subscribe for weekly guidance from your Cancer sister. I'm Amy, and I will see you next time here at the Cancerian House of Tarot. Wishing you light, love, and prosperity on your journey forward. Namaste. Bye for now.